January is a time when households have to fork out more cash for essentials like education and other general expenditure. And because of this, those with ill intentions can work to exploit the situation. This as consumers try to seek value for money for their purchases with limited resources. Scammers are known to prey on victims at this time. Well, to share what some of these scams look like and what consumers can do to avoid them, I'm joined by Nazia Karrim. She's the head of product development at the Southern African Fraud Prevention Service. Thank you very much, Nazia, for joining us. So in what scenarios are scammers rampant at this time and how do they manifest in their behavior?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Well, scammers, as we know at this point in time, are looking for every opportunity. And today we are seeing loan scams becoming quite a big thing in our environment. The essentials that you need for school, a laptop or university to conduct some research and online lessons perhaps. Scammers are taking advantage of these changes to increase their targets and reaching maximum profits. When it comes to the way we actually educate ourselves today, we need certain technologies. We need to be able to apply for bursaries, scholarships. And scammers are looking for every opportunity to abuse these opportunities to take out maximum profits.
So the online space can be quite challenging for the consumer as it requires a lot of trust to transact with a counterparty. What are some of the signs to look out for to determine if you're trying, if someone is trying to scam you?
Well, let's talk a little bit about the loan scams. From a particular perspective on loans, guaranteed loans, irrespective of the credit record or affordability of the persons being offered, they offer you also short turnaround times and sometimes even special discounts on interest rates, which may be used to lure the consumer into actually taking up that offer. They also request that the scammers are actually requesting the citizens to pay administrative and insurance fees up front. This in order to help facilitate the process. Scammers are also then impersonating well-established institutions we know and trust, pretending to be employees from these institutions, creating a false sense of trust, and then further enticing the consumers into accepting that offer.
So what is do continue, Nazia.
I just want to say one other tactic that I think is really worrying is the fake scholarships and bursaries that are being offered. You are receiving messages stating that you can apply for or that you've already qualified for a particular scholarship or a bursary. And when you go forward, you actually have never applied for one. But once you actually respond to the offer, you're then also offered a loan to cover the difference in the fees that may not be covered by that particular scholarship. And then they ask you for administrative costs to get the process going. And then they sell you fake textbooks or accommodation at very discounted prices. They are literally robbing you of your education and placing you into further financial strife.
Terrible picture indeed. So what is it that consumers can do to get ahead of the scammers and, if possible, totally avoid their approaches?
Well, I think the first thing you can do is always to verify the website before accessing it. You can use the YIMA DNS scanner, it's an SAFPS product, to actually check the website for vulnerabilities, to see if it has already been reported as a fraudulent site or if it is already known to be of malicious content. You need to also be mindful when it comes to shopping and purchasing refurbished or second-hand laptops or mobile devices via online markets and social media ads. As I mentioned, technology is part of our education system today. Clicking on those links to actually view the details of those ads could result in you further compromising yourself. And in addition to that, you are paying for a device or a service you are just never going to receive. Things that you also need to take into consideration is just question the legitimacy of the offer. If it seems too good to be true, it most likely is.
Indeed. Nazia, thank you so much for your insights there. That was Nazia Karrim. She's the head of product development at the Southern African Fraud Prevention Service.